Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market. And before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And I know a lot of you guys are just watching and not even subscribing or hitting the like button, so I would really appreciate that. Now if you're new here, consider subscribing, and if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it. Dow is down 0.16%, Nasdaq down 0.13%, S&P going down 0.38%, and Russell going up 0.63%. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500 and risk on move here in the market. Technology definitely leading the way on top, and then consumer cyclical, and then we have energy. And then we got industrials, healthcare, consumer defensive, financial, basic materials, real estate, utilities, and communication services lagging behind. And what we got here on stock market map, finally Tesla up almost 4% on the day, Amazon going flat, Meta down 0.47%, and look at the dump off on Google down 4.50%. Apple also going down 0.74%, Nvidia staying flat on the day, and then we got Microsoft also going down 0.70%, and then we got some of these regional banks going down also, with JPM, BRK, and Bank of America. And if you look at right here on energy sector, definitely lighting up today. XOM up 0.40%, and Chevron kind of going flat on the day. Consumer defensive, Walmart going up 1.85%, and Costco again hitting another fresh new all-time high, up 1% on the day. So here on Dow Jones, we got a flat day, and if you look at my screen, got up to 392.41, but the Bollinger Band on top would not allow this ETF to run even higher, came back, and now holding that previous all-time highs right here around 390 as a support into closing. So that's gonna be key level to watch. Right here you can see where we got rejected before at around 390, and just below that DIA will have support right down here, rising 5-day moving average 388.85, and below 388.85 DIA will possibly come down and fill this gap right here at 386.17, and then we also have support down here at 384 and then 380.89 lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart. So there is not much room here to move to the upside. Definitely we could see a pullback, at least in the short term, down to this gap 386.17. Now to the upside, as long as DIA can hold around, I would say 388 to 390, yes, there is a possibility this thing can go up a bit more, and that would be 393 to even 395. And I think for this week, that is it on DIA. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, you can give me a follow right here on X, and there is no subscription, nothing you got to go through. It's totally free, and I do share lots of information on X, including plays like this one, which is actually a loser today, and you can see, and I thought maybe share a losing trade also here, and you guys can see that PANW we got in at 940, and this thing was going up, and finally I got the news that Nancy Pelosi got in here on PANW with calls, and that was end of it guys. Closed it, it was a loser. And then we also had some swing trade right here that actually saved the day. You can see AMD I got in last week at 182, 170 puts, and this one paid. And then also some shares, 2 shares that we got in below $16, and today sold around 17 for a nice juicy profit. And that is why every day you cannot win everything here in this market. So if you guys are interested, and especially if you're into trading and you want to learn more and be a profitable trader, check out that link down below in the description for Patreon. On SPY ETF, it's down 0.37%, so we got no continuation to the upside and not even hitting 510 anymore today, and got up to 508.75, and then we saw some weakness, and SPY ETF came down and now trading close to 506. Now, there is no support here, guys. until I would say 503, and that's gonna be a critical level to watch. And why? Because now we have rising 5-day moving average also sitting at 503, and this previous rejection was also at 503. So that's gonna be a strong support to watch on a daily time frame on a pullback. Below that, watch out for that weekly expected move, and that is 500, and possibly then we could see a move down to this gap 497.37 this week. Now there is no point of talking about these gaps down here right now because it's trading above 500. Once we get to this level, then we can talk about more downside on SPY ETF. As of right now, your line in the sand on a pullback 503 at critical support, and to the upside a breakout again will happen above 510, and in that case watch out for a run all the way up to 514 to 515 on SPY ETF. On IWM, it's up 0.66%, and if you guys look at 5-minute chart, you'll see that there was a bunch of chop all day on IWM and not really going anywhere, only up 0.66%. Now it was holding this critical support today all day, 200. So that's gonna be your line in the sand going into tomorrow's support, 200, and below that 198. Now 198 gives up, you're going to see a drop down to 195 and then 193. As long as I would say IWM can hold right here between 198 to even 200, then watch out for a move all the way back up to 205 right here. And this is where this upper Bollinger Band now sitting close to 205. So that can happen above 200. On Triple Q, it's absolutely flat on the day, got up to 438.60, and then we saw a pullback down to 436.30. And now we do have strong support right here, just around 435. Below that, watch out for a dump off down to 432, and now we have a rising 20-day moving average, this white line, that is going to be a critical support, 430.29. Below that, you're going to see this gap getting filled, 425.70, and we all know that we got this hammer candle just before earnings from Nvidia, and then we got that big gap up. So at some point this thing will come down and close this gap down here. And you can see, guys, I mean, yes, market is still up, trend is up, but momentum is not there anymore. So far last few weeks, look at what's happening right here, just a whole bunch of chop, not really going too far. This was previous all-time highs, 439 and some change. We got a dump off down to what, 421. Immediately we saw a gap up and bounce, and now nothing happening. So I mean, some people think that market just going up. No, it's not doing anything right now. Yes, we got a big bounce from this level, but basically it's trading within that same range in last 2 weeks. So until you see a range breakout, and that would be going above 440 and holding 440, in that case 445 or even 450 possible on Qs. Below 435, you need to watch 432, 430, and then this gap, 425.70. And once we get under this support, this gap, then we can talk about more downside, possibly down to even 420. On 10-year, it's up 0.92% and closing just over rising 5-day moving average, 42.97. So that's going to be a key level to watch going into tomorrow's session, and then 42 down to even 41. To the upside, soon as we get that breakout over 43.70 and TNX can actually hold above 43.70, you're going to see continuation to the upside up to 44.34, and at some point you're going to see a massive move to close this gap here on top around 47.76 on TNX. So the dollar is staying flat on the day, and there was an attempt of a breakout here on dollar above 104, and that would be breaking out of this bull flag and this downtrend right here. And so far this thing did not get that breakout, so watch out for a breakout over 104, and soon as that happens on dollar, you're going to see a move up to 104.48, up to even 105, and then huge explosion all the way up to 106. Now I don't think dollar going much lower. And why? Look at this support 103.58, and look at this lower Bollinger Band sitting at 103.66. So in that case, I don't see dollar going much lower, maybe 103.58, and that is it for now. As a matter of fact, if this is actually going to play out, then we could see massive explosion on dollar all the way up to 106. And so far, there is no pullback, no correction here in this market, and that can actually take place if this thing gets above 104.48 and gets that massive breakout all the way up to 106. On VIX, absolutely flat on the day, and I'm not going to take a lot of your time giving you lots of levels on VIX because this thing not moving, right? So on VIX, 13 bucks, that's gonna be your line in the sand to watch, and to the upside, it needs to get above 5-day moving average right here, and that is sitting at 14.56. Once we can clear that, then watch out for 15. And I said it before many times, until this thing breaks out above 15 and VIX can hold here at 15, you're not going to see a big move all the way up to 18-20 bucks on VIX. So wait for that confirmation and that breakout above 15 on VIX, and soon as you get that, then you're going to see a dump off here in this market. Until then, I mean, market can stay up and not really go anywhere, and we can just chop just like we did today, and market actually went nowhere today, and that can happen again. So we need that breakout on VIX for the market to come down and get a nice correction, and then a lot of people waiting on the sideline to buy the dip, because I don't think anybody likes to buy that dip at all-time highs. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated.